Hello, SCKast. We're back again. This how long was the break? 4-month break?
Dude, like 5 months, like 6,
Yeah.
bro, like 5 and 6 months.
Yeah.
But we're back now, and we've got a new sponsor, Rogue Energy.
Rogue
So
freaking energy. Look at this. Rashawn, what flavor do you have right now?
I've got strawberry kiwi right now, and I've got the glowy mix shaker cup.
Ooh. Yeah, 4 months ago.
Bro, it's hella good.
4 months ago, it was last time we came on. SCKast.
It was July.
Yeah.
We were
And
on
it's
air
December
last
now.
July.
Oh, Rashawn, dude, that's so great.
So how was your day today?
It's been kind of boring, not gonna lie. I was like laying down in bed. There was this, I streamed just a little bit today.
So
And
I went, or wait, oh yeah, you streamed. You went, it was called like, I Hate
Roblox.
Bronze, right?
No, that was just the notification.
Title. Oh, it wasn't. Oh,
Yeah. And
so
wait, what happened?
I was gonna ask if that's basically all that happened.
Oh yeah. I was just streaming Roblox with my friends,
Oh,
and yeah, it was just.
that's
it was a
usually
good
fun.
stream. Yeah, the thing is, like, my audio isn't recording, like half of it.
It wasn't.
So, like,
Oh my god.
yeah. But
So
it's
the
fine,
stream
only,
was like
2
kind of
people were
worthless.
watching, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Well, today I just went to Target and I got a new mouse, which is
Show it
the
off. Show it off.
the Corsair M55 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also got some new games. I got Spider-Man and
Ooh.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Are you gonna play them on your channel?
I don't know about Spider-Man because I already started playing it, but maybe Red Dead.
Bro, dude, that would be so sick. You could do like videos on it. It'd be super sick.
Yeah, I'm probably going to.
So, about this podcast, we're probably gonna be watching a reaction. We're gonna do a reaction video as well.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a reaction.
And you
we're just
guys
gonna
will
tell
be able to
stories.
see the video as well. And the
Yeah,
original
so it's gonna
video
be so sick.
will be linked in the description for you guys to watch freely by yourselves. Yeah.
Yep.
This
And,
video,
like, wait, what happened? Sorry. my
this
bad.
podcast is going to be mainly like creepy Christmas themed.
Yeah, because like it's Christmas. It's about to be wait, it's 20.
It's
the 21st. Holy shit. We're probably gonna be posting this in like 23rd, bro. Not gonna lie.
True, because I'm going to edit it tomorrow. Yeah.
That's gonna suck. It's fun. It's fun. If you need help, I'll got you.
Good. I just probably need the thumbnail done. That's fine. You make
Alright.
better thumbnails than me.
Yeah, my thumbnails on my YouTube channel is just old people.
It literally.
I never said it publicly. Only like private people. But it's like, my thing is every time I have a post, all the thumbnails is gonna be an old person.
Yeah, if you guys go to its channel at all, which will be linked in the description, you'll only see old people on the thumbnails.
Yeah, the only video, the one only video I didn't put an old man in the thumbnail was the EDP 445 and 10.
Oh, guys. Also, go check out John's unboxing of his Rogue Energy package.
Yeah,
that will
bro.
also be linked in the description.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the tub, but like
We're gonna buy
I
one
guess the
soon.
shit-
I'm definitely gonna buy
I'm
one soon.
gonna be getting one. Yeah.
I don't know which flavor.
definitely-
I'm gonna have to try all 3 of the flavors that I got and see which one I like the most and buy it.
Yeah, bro. I just realized I don't have a about thing on my channel, bro.
I do. I kind of just like tell everyone what I use and like the basics of my channel. That's kind of all.
I see.
So, you ready to get into some creepy stories that I found?
Sure, you could start off, cause.
Alright, bet.
Yeah, you can start off.
So, I found this one on Reddit. My real encounter with Krampus as a young boy. This original Reddit thread will be linked in the description. Go check it out if you would like to. So, Growing up, I never heard anything about anything evil when it came to Christmas. My parents always took me to see Santa every year, and I never got coal in my stockings. I believed in Santa up until about age 9, so every year I always acted super good in the months leading up to Christmas. You know, as a kid, you want to get as many presents as possible. I still remember the excitement I would get every year. That same year, my parents worked a lot of late nights, so they would always leave me with my older sister, who was 16 at the time. I never really got along with her, until now, as we're adults that don't live with each other. My sister was especially mean that year, inviting her boyfriend over some nights. Ooh, they be getting freaky, huh?
Yes, sir.
I would threaten to tell Mom if she brought him over again, and my kid mind would make other ridiculous threats, such as the fact that I would tell Santa so he would put coal in her stocking. Dang, you a snitch, because she wasn't following the rules. One day, she had enough of my bickering and retaliated. She started out with, "You know what's even worse than getting coal in your stocking?" She's gonna tell him, or her, I don't know. Of course, me being a curious little... Oh, okay, it's a boy. So, of course, me being a curious little boy, I pressed for information. "What's worse?" I would ask with a tough little attitude. I think we've all, had that little tough attitude before.
Yeah.
Then she said it.
Everyone has.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Then she said it. Krampus. Bro, I saw Corey Kenshin play a video game of that. That was low-key kind of cool. I remember seeing the nerve it struck when she said that name. Of course, I didn't know who or what Krampus was, but it just sounded bad. "What's Krampus?" I probed. I can see her evil grin ingrained in my memory when she told me. Dang! You know Santa isn't real, right? I always had a sneaking suspicion, but of course I asked, "What do you mean?" "Don't pretend you don't know. Mom and Dad buy all our gifts, and the guy you go see at the mall you call Santa is just a man in a beard doing a job." Oh my God.
Bruh.
I wasn't really surprised. This just confirmed my skepticism of Santa. "But do you know what is real?" she continued. "Krampus, the evil spirit that comes and takes little boys like you to the underworld." That sounds kind of like white van type crap.
Yeah.
My impressionable mind believed every word she said, and I was terrified. He comes and takes little boys that tattle. All you need to do is tattle 3 times during the Christmas season, and Krampus, the Christmas demon, comes and gets you. I mean, they do say snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Her twisted little mind even brought up 2 other times I snitched on her for something stupid within the past week. This alone freaked me out, because because one week later, I tattled on her for eating my Pop-Tart off my plate. Okay, that's a reasonable thing, you know. At age 9. At age 9. After I tattled, I thought about what she told me the week before. The true legend states that Krampus comes to punish children who misbehave, so my sister had the twisted story in her favor. Anyway, here's when things got weird. No shit, things are weird, what the fuck? This was the same year I realized I was attracted to women.
What?
So you were just gay until I don't know, man. I was in my parents' room one night when they were gone. I was looking for batteries for my RC car and went snooping through drawers. Lo and behold, I found my dad's Playboy stash. Oh, wow. Very graphic. I looked through that thing for a good half hour before putting it back. Dang, bro was getting busy. This was a busy Christmas season. You said Sam.
Damn it.
The same year I realized Santa was not real was the same year I discovered women. At that point,
what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. At that point, nothing had happened with Krampus, so I had just chalked up that story to my sister trying to scare me. But I think that looking at that magazine was a big mistake. And to this day, the reason why I got a visit, it was the same night. If I'm not mistaken, Christmas was just days away. I woke up in the middle of the night, extremely thirsty. The house was pitch black except for an overhanging microwave light in the kitchen. I got my water, then headed back towards my room. It was at that moment when I heard a noise on the roof. I remember thinking if I was second guessing myself about Santa being real or not. I whispered to myself, Santa? I walked towards the window and saw what I thought was a deer outside the window. Oh, nah.
Hell no, bro.
I thought maybe the noise came from the deck and not the roof. Maybe the deer had walked on the deck and jumped into the... What? Okay. And jumped into the yard. But I took a closer look and realized I may not be looking at a deer. It turned around, revealing its really large body and glowing red eyes. The antlers were not antlers, but horns. I remember thinking that it looked like Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I was frozen in fear as I saw the creature start walking towards me. We locked gazes. Then he smiled, his teeth razor sharp. Oh, nah. That's when you grab the shotgun.
For real.
I immediately ran into my sister's room. I shook her awake in a state of fear, explained that I saw Krampus. It was then, through her groggy tiredness, that she made it all up. She got up and walked me back to my room. She flipped the light on and gave me a shocked look. I looked back at her. What? What the hell is this? She leaned towards my bed and picked up the magazine. It was the Playboy magazine. Ah, shit. Well, bros is caught.
Oh, hell no.
Bros is caught. I was shocked. I did not know what to say. I mean, I was just baffled and all. I managed to spew out, that's Dad's. Of course it's Dad's, you freak. Doesn't that make him the freak? Never mind. I tried to convince her that I didn't know how it got there, but she didn't believe a word I said. Just then she stopped me. If I catch you with this again, I'm going straight to Mom and Dad. At least she didn't snitch. I just looked down and agreed. Okay. Luckily, my sister was cool with it. To this day, I have never figured out how that magazine got there or what that creature was that I saw outside. All I can say is that it's very possible I saw the real Krampus that night, and I was being warned for misbehaving. My sister and I have never spoken again about that night. I'm honestly too afraid to bring it up. Hopefully, I will never have another encounter with Krampus. And that's the end of the story.
Okay, I have one story. It's pretty short though, but it's like.
Alright, bet. You go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the picture too, bro. It's
Alright, bet.
fucking creeping me out too, bro. Like, look, you see the picture, bro? What the fuck is it?
Oh yeah, isn't
Look on
that?
Discord.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh no, that's creepy.
Okay, so this
She
next
looks like
one
a creeper.
is. Yeah, bro. This does not look like Santa Claus. It's like, look.
Bro, this is Pervert Claus. What the
Pervert Claus, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. This next one is just 250 words of pure creepiness.
Alright, bet.
So this is a quote of someone. Each year I watch you sleep. I like that you are still and breathing and quiet. And it's a game to keep you that way. Sometimes I'll move closer, carefully, running a finger across your sleeve, touching my tongue to your hair. Oh my god, bro. Letting my beard brush your forehead.
Oh yeah, this is pervert.
If I can.
Pervert.
If I can. If I think you won't wake, I'll open a drawer. I'll press a thumb into the contents and smile that you will wear my touch. What the fuck? Unknowing on your bare skin.
No.
Maybe I'll open a closet. Maybe I'll move something on the dresser. Just a little. Maybe you'll notice. I like that you might not. The cookies I'll eat, because why not? I'll think about you, slumbering in the other room, and lick the crumbs from my fingers. I'll hold the plate on my lap, let it rest there. Eventually, I'll fill your stocking. Each gift, I'll handle it carefully, tenderly, before slipping inside. I'll picture you in the morning, finding what I've left, and sometimes I'll have to pause and catch my breath. I'll think about this time last year and the year before. Each year is better than the last. Before I leave, I'll take a last look at you. I might whisper, I might whisper to you. I might lean close to you, to your face, and breathe hot into your ear. What the hell?
Nah.
Merry Christmas. See you next year. Ho ho ho. Bro, this is why I don't know. Santa Claus is hella creepy, bro.
Yeah, he's just like, you got me a little cookies. Give me some cookies.
My plate is on my lap.
And I let it rest there.
I lick the crumbs off my fingers.
Come downstairs, baby girl.
Across your sleeve. Like, bro, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Come downstairs, baby girl.
What the hell? And then the fact that, like, bro, imagine, like, you're awake. No, you're sleeping, right? You have a little peep of your eye just open. This old ass man running his his fingers on your clothes, and he's like, unknowingly that I touched him, and you're gonna wear him bare on your skin. What the fuck?
What
Who
the
says that
hell?
shit,
bro, who wrote
and
that?
that picture is like creeping me out, bro. It's like, fuck now, stop staring at me, you fucking bitch.
Bro, who wrote that?
And this one I found from a website, like, it's just sick. Oh, bro, and like this one looks so sick.
All right.
I'll send you the link so we can put it in the bio, by the way.
I bet.
Okay. And now, what now, Sean?
So, do you want to react to the video or no?
Yeah, but it's like fucking creeping me out, bro.
Or should I read another story?
Let's read another story after you're done with the video.
Alright. Okay, so let's do the video then.
Okay, okay, hold on. The 22nd, wait, what the hell is this? Oh, so December 22nd, 2000, this is one of these stories. Tell me when you're ready. I'm at 00.
Alright,
Hold on.
I'm ready.
Let me put it right here. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, hold up, bro. That's fucking creeping me out.
I gotta turn that down.
Okay.
This happened a couple years back on Christmas Eve. Ever since I was a kid, it was kind of tradition for me to spend Christmas Eve with a good friend of mine named Anthony. His family would always invite me to come over, and we'd play board games.
This reminds me of Mr. Nightmare.
And, you know, the usual stuff you do on Christmas Eve.
Wait, do you think there's like
Then, of course, before the morning, I'd go back home and spend Christmas Day with my own family.
It just shows pictures.
I've been doing this for as long as I can remember, and this year was set to go the same way. I was at Anthony's house.
It like shows what's relating.
It was close to midnight. Around the time I'd start heading back home. Though, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intoxicated. I told them I'd call an Uber, but Anthony offered to drive me home himself.
I think we should react to like the first story, because this could get a little lengthy.
Especially considering how expensive Uber rides can get. Now, well, like I said, the drive wasn't that long.
Uber,
the
dude,
scenery
Uber
itself was
actually is
essentially
hella
a dark,
like expensive,
unlit
bro.
road surrounded on both sides by forest, with the occasional
Dude, you
cabin.
can like it'll be like a 15-minute drive and it'll
snowing.
cost like $40.
Amount of snow on
So
the
like
ground already.
BS.
Like, you have to pay
these
for
roads
like
ever
the
since I was a
gas of
kid.
the fucking driver.
But
for
even to this
15
day, I still get an
minutes.
eerie feeling being on them at night.
Tip the driver.
Anyway,
Like,
as Anthony continued
the car,
driving,
like,
something
right
suddenly appeared to be running across the road in front of us.
Yeah.
John,
It
you
wasn't close enough to
see
where
like
we almost hit
this
it,
like camera
but
where
it did
it's
cause
like
Anthony
showing
to slam
where
on the
they're
brakes.
driving in the woods
Yeah.
at night.
Mind you, the road is pitch black.
Bro, I remember I was in California, right? And I was like in the deep woods. Bro, it was no light, no nothing. And then my mom and my brother and my stepdad, they were all sticking their heads out of the window. I was like, I'm good.
I told him to turn on the high beams.
I'm not getting killed.
And I go outside to check it out. Looking
So
back,
every time
I
we're,
don't know
like,
what made me
talking
think
over
this
it,
was a good idea.
like a serious talk or something.
No one was making
like,
me do this,
how about we?
and I really
we
don't
put,
remember
like,
what my
we
thought
make
process
the,
was.
Face cams like zoom
Maybe it's
out,
because I was slightly
Audio.
inebriated.
and then like
But
we
yeah.
make the
I really
audio
don't
of the
know.
video like a little bit slight,
Anyway,
so you can still hear
I
it.
get out of the car and start
we're
walking up to
still
where
along
I'd
with
seen
the
the
video
figure
and
run
stuff.
across the road.
And
But
then,
after
like,
only a
make
few
our
seconds,
audio
I stopped
louder.
dead in my tracks.
And then we put it back
On
to
the ground, right in front of me, were human
I know what
footprints
to
in
do.
the snow. And they were
Let's
clearly
stop talking, though.
fresh. There was no doubt in my mind. Whoever made these footprints is who we saw. My heart started pounding. I was now 100% sobered by the situation. I stood there, following the footprints into the woods with my eyes, when suddenly the car's horn blares out.
Bro, it's a white person.
I jumped in reaction. I was so focused on the footprints that it startled me. I looked back at Anthony, confused, but he kept honking the horn. I walked back to the car and got inside. I asked him why he was laying on the horn like that. He didn't say anything, but instead pointed into the woods slightly off the road. I looked over in the direction he was pointing, and that's when I saw it. I could barely make out a man, standing maybe only 40 feet from where I had just been. He was staring directly into the ground, so I couldn't see his face. Though he had short black hair, and was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, which definitely was not enough when considering how cold it was outside.
Oh
the guy's
yeah,
shirt
nah,
was
that's a
covered
psycho.
in what
That's
honestly looked like blood. But what best caught my attention was the black garbage bag he was holding behind him,
he kills someone.
like as if he had been dragging it.
Yeah.
I sternly told Anthony to drive, and he would listen. As we drove past the man,
I was about to say, if he said no.
Rather, just kept staring into the ground. Once we had arrived to my house, Anthony would explain what happened. While I was out looking at the footprints, he had begun to notice a figure moving towards me. He would then lay on the horn, which caused the figure to freeze and me to look back at Anthony. Shortly after, followed by me walking back to the car. We would later call the police and report a man in the woods dragging what looked like a body in a black garbage bag. But they would never find anybody. In fact, they wouldn't even find the footprints, likely due to them disappearing because of how hard it was snowing at the time.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, that does make
Anthony
sense.
would end up staying with me and my family that night. Ever since the encounter, both Anthony and I do our best to avoid that road, especially at night.
I would.
Imagine what they find them like in the...
Should we watch another story or no?
Let's see. It's been only
This happened on Christmas Eve when I was 26.
Alright, let's watch the second
At the time,
story.
I lived alone in a small house in a semi-desolate area of West Virginia. My family, however, was located on the other side of the country. So this, along with the fact that my job required me to work long hours, I often stayed home for Christmas. And this year was no different. I, of course, had to work on Christmas Eve. When I got home, I was exhausted. Even though it was only about 8 p.m., I decided to just grab something to eat and go to bed. So that's what I did. Fast forward a few hours, and I woke up to the sound of footsteps upstairs inside my house. Now,
It
it's
looks
important to
familiar.
note that my bedroom was in the basement of the house. Therefore, pretty much any sound from the main floor was completely audible from where I slept. I wasn't completely on edge right away. It
Why
wasn't
does
that
this
rare
low-key
for my
look
friend
like
to
your
spend the
old
night at my
room
house after a
in
night
third
out in the
grade?
nearest
Except
city.
like all the pink stuff.
While still far, my house was a lot closer to the city than his was. Therefore, an Uber back to my place was much cheaper than going all the way back to his
Am I
own.
getting a ring in my ears?
He would typically have his girlfriend pick him up later the next morning.
Oh, it's a video.
It's
I
because of
even gave him a spare
the
key so he
background
could stop by
video.
even if I wasn't home.
The hell?
But whenever he did this, he would always at least text me beforehand to let me know. And I didn't have any new notifications on my phone. I got out of bed, walked to the bottom of the basement stairs, and yelled out my friend's name. Though, this was instantly met with
Oh, the
loud
basement.
footsteps
Oh,
as
hell
someone
no,
started
bro.
running through the main
I've
floor of
never
my
had a
house.
with a big...
Because his friend went down
Instinctively
there
ran
and he
up the
didn't go up
stairs and hid
there.
in a crawl
my
space.
God, I don't know why.
Horrifyingly, the footsteps began rushing down the stairs. There was nothing I could
glad
do at this
houses
point
with
but pray
basements are
that
too
whoever was in my
expensive.
house would not check inside the crawl space. I sat there and listened as
And a
footsteps
crawl
ran all
space?
throughout the basement.
Hell no, bro.
Whoever this was began flipping couches, moving furniture, and
Bro,
forcefully
I'm
kicking
actually
down
getting
closets.
goosebumps. I dead ass
in
have
what I can only
goosebumps right
assume
now.
was an attempt to find me. I couldn't control my breathing at this point, and my heart was beating out of my chest. Should the crawl space door be found, I had nothing to defend myself.
Nothing to
I left
defend,
my
bro.
phone in my bedroom, so I had no way of even
Bro,
calling
just use your
someone.
fist.
That's like the first thing I'm
That's when I could
getting.
hear a male scream of frustration echo
No,
throughout
I'm
the
not taking
basement.
chances with fists.
Oh, shit.
And this
Oh,
was shortly
hell
followed
no.
by the
Bro,
man
I'm
running
running
back up the
how
stairs.
cold that shit is, bro. I'm
I
dipping.
would wait in my basement's crawl space for the next, what had to be close to 2 hours. Periodically throughout this time, I would hear crashing/banging sounds from the main floor. Though, after there was a 15-minute period of silence, I
Bro,
took
he's
the
dead.
opportunity to run to my room and get my phone.
Look how shit.
Yeah,
The first thing I
there's
noticed
no
when I
way.
exited the crawl space was the
Damn, bro,
complete and
clean
utter
your shit
disarray of the
up.
house's basement.
Like,
Not much was
damn.
necessarily broken.
And you got these nice
The
ass
basement
shoes
was
on the
just in a
floor.
state of
Come on,
complete
bro.
chaos. However, my cell phone was miraculously left on my nightstand. So, I quickly grabbed it, ran back into the crawl
Miraculously,
space,
bro.
and called the police.
Dude, it
Miraculously.
wasn't even a delay. It was just
Until
like
police arrived.
me saying.
When they did,
It
I
was
would
just-
go
I had to
upstairs and reveal
process that.
myself. The main floor was a mess, almost just as bad as downstairs.
What I'm
On
processing
top
is
of
how
that,
it took him
all the doors
15
into the house
minutes
had been left
with
completely
complete
open.
silence to not
Yeah,
call
he's
the
like,
cops.
Explain the
That's
situation
the
to
first shit
the
I'm
officers
doing.
that
There's-
arrived, and they would proceed to completely check the house from top to bottom.
I wish you could see it
Oh
on
my
video.
God.
Did they find the intruder? Though they did find where the intruder had entered the house. This would turn out to be the back sliding glass door that had forcefully been pried
Fuck,
open.
it's cold too, bro.
The police officers asked for all the information I knew and filed a report. Though I got the sense I wasn't much help to them. I didn't really have much to give them other than what I heard, as I never really saw anything. Ultimately, they told me to stay with friends or family until I could get the back door fixed. So that's what I did.
What about the fucking dude
I
in the
stayed with a friend
basement?
that night and ended
Oh,
up
yeah,
spending
exactly.
all of
What the
Christmas
fuck
Day
happened to the
cleaning up
guy?
my house and fixing the back door. This experience happened years ago now, and I still have not even a clue who the intruder was. Nothing was stolen, so it obviously wasn't just your
Wow.
everyday house intruder. Ever since it happened,
He was
I've
in
sort of
there
just
for
stuck with the
malicious
belief that it was
intent.
some random guy who was not mentally stable. But I don't think I'll ever be able
That
to
could
confirm
also be.
this.
Fuck, bro. I hate my phone.
I still do everything I can to not think about what
Making
would have
me think.
happened had the intruder
It's like
looked for me
making
in
me
the crawl
think of
space.
stupid ass shit.
I lived in that house for another year after that.
Bro, my
And
bathroom
nothing
be
else would happen
scaring
during
me.
that
Bro,
time.
I'm getting fucking scared.
It's like pitch black in that bitch. Alright, I'm closing this shit immediately, bro. That shit's cursed.
Alright, that's it, bro. I'm done. Fucking done with this video. Fuck that stupid ass video. I'm not scared at all, but like, still, fuck that video.
He doesn't mean it's stupid. The video will be linked in the description though, if you guys would like to check it out.
Last part. I don't want to watch the last story, bro.
Yeah, me neither. And then that creepy. So this one is on the creepypasta fandom, and it's called The Naughty List. It will be linked in the description, like every other thing that's in this video. This is a pretty decently long story, so grab some snacks and grab some Rogue Energy.
Sure. That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh. I accidentally clicked a different link. Okay. The Naughty List. 12 seems to be the age when kids start putting the heat on their parents about the truth behind Santa. I figured that crap out at like 7. I was certainly no exception for this rule. How were Santa's elves able to make that video game I wanted in their workshop? You know, that's actually some smart thinking. I thought Nintendo owned Mario. Or how about the infamous visiting every house in one night question? Did the jolly man own some kind of time-extending device? Or perhaps the most obvious question of all, how could he have lived for this long? He's a magical being, I mean. A lot of people say he trains apprentices who take his place every few decades. Others claim he's just immortal. As for everything else, magic seemed to be the universal lie everyone had agreed on. Whatever the case, I just went with the conclusion that it was my parents' doing. Of course, they'd deny it and claim ignorance if I confronted them, but it wasn't enough to dissuade my beliefs. So one Christmas Eve, when I couldn't sleep as these questions danced among my dreams of sugar cereals and new games, I decided to investigate the noises coming from my living room. Oh, hell to the no. Bro,
No,
see,
no.
it's like,
Biggest red flag.
I don't care if it's Santa, I'm kicking him.
For
Like,
real. What the
if
fuck
I
are you
see,
doing?
no offense to fat people, but if I see a big fat man with a white beard and white hair and a Santa hat on and a freaking Santa clothes on, I'm kicking him.
Hold on.
I'm stabbing
Look at
him.
my blanket, bro. Cold as fuck.
This time, surely, I would catch my dad or mom in the act of stowing presents under the tree. At least then they'd let me in on the truth. Now, before I finish the rest of the story, get whatever you need, blankets, you know, anything, Rogue Energy, websites link in the description. Use SCKast as a discount code for 10% off, shameless plug. Anyways, let's get back onto the video, or to the story. But as I entered the living room, I saw a man.
Hold on, Rashawn.
What?
I think someone here forgot to subscribe.
We're looking at you.
Hey, yo, we're looking at you, buddy. I think you forgot to subscribe. It's red. It's red right now.
Yeah, it should be gray.
Yes, sir. And the like button should be...
Yeah, it should be blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Now
so we're going to give you 3 seconds. We're going to give you 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
1, 2, 3. All right, we're going back. But as I entered the living room, I saw a man before me that I did not recognize. He was dressed in red and white with a slightly overweight body, and he wore a stringy fake white beard. His hair, or what remained of it, was graying around the edges of his classic Santa hat, and his eyes were wide with fright as he dropped a present underneath the tree. Bro, people who do that are like scumbags. Stealing from kids on Christmas. Like, shit.
That's like the Grinch.
Yeah, except the Grinch was cartoony.
Yeah.
At least, like. Being the intuitive youth I was, I came to one of two conclusions. Either this was a home invader stealing my family's gifts. That's the most reasonable option. Or this was the real Santa. I opened my mouth to scream, but the man rushed towards me. Oh, hell no. Nah, this ain't Santa, bro. Come on now. Bro, I'll be like, get your homeless hand off me, bitch. He said, shh, shh, he said, putting a finger to his mouth, trying a smile. Tears began to roll down my cheeks. I was petrified of this man. Then slowly, he took back his hand and extended it towards me. It's all right. There, little one. You know who I am, right? I nodded, not shaking his hand back. The trembling man nodded as well, then grabbed an empty sack laying on the floor and gestured to under the tree. Look, see? I bring gifts. Now, run along to bed, or I might have to put you on the naughty list. He started drifting towards the deeper, hearty voice stereotypically associated with Kris Kringle, but I wasn't fooled. At least this one isn't a retard. Regardless, I wiped my eyes and began to step back from the living room, trying to create some distance between me and the stranger. The man simply watched, wiped his brow, and proceeded to approach the fireplace. I stopped and observed, confused as to how he was going to leave my house, but a blast of green flames erupted from the chimney, and the man fell back onto the floor. I couldn't see his face, but I'm certain it was twisted in fear like my own. A massive bony hand spawned from the fire, and the arm that followed was draped in raggedy fur, then another arm, and then the skull of some wild creature with 2 large horns followed. Krampus! What the fuck? Nearly as large as the fireplace itself. The bones popped and snapped as it slammed into its hands onto the floor. Ooh. The entire monster was engulfed in the flame, yet it did not seem to burn anything in the house. Eddie, the monster declared. Speaking to what I guessed to be the man on the floor. No, Eddie shouted back. I did my part, see? 10,000 houses, just like you said, right? 10,000. I did my part. And yet you allowed a human child to see you. You know the rules. Look. I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Just let me go. Please, I delivered all the... It cuts off. Let you go? Did you let that woman go, Eddie? I don't seem to recall you letting her go. This was your second chance, and you wasted it. What are you gonna do? Eddie whispered. I could make out his quaking figure being overshadowed by the creature in the fireplace. The next sound to be heard was a crunch, with a soft beginning and snapping finish. I jumped as the sound repeated a few times, finally letting out a shaky breath. I prayed in my head that it wasn't what I thought, but when the creature reared its head towards me, I saw the red and white pants hanging from its mouth as it chewed on Eddie's corpse. Ooh. Then watched it slurp up his legs like strands of spaghetti. What the fuck? Ooh. I covered my eyes and tried to tell myself it wasn't real. It wasn't real. And after a quick minute, I peeked between my fingers to see the monster staring back at me from the fireplace. The pace of my breathing grew quicker and sharper, my eyes unable to escape from the grasp of those empty eye sockets. Now run off back to bed, little one, or else I might put you on the naughty list. My legs finally found the strength to leave, and I sprinted for my parents' room, diving into the sheets with them. There wasn't a trace of the events of the night before when my family went down to the tree next morning. There was a little note next to an empty glass and half-eaten cookie on the table. Have a Merry Christmas, SCKast. As much as I tried to take it in the warm, comforting atmosphere that came with Christmas Day, I couldn't stop watching this fireplace, but terrified that the monster would return. At the least, now I knew the truth about Santa Claus. Written by Red Nova Tyrant, and that's it.
Alright, this one is
Wait, hold
really
up.
long.
So basically, this story will be linked in the description.
Yep.
Check it out if you would like to. And you can even find some more different ones that you would like.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get on
Wait,
to...
Rashawn, where did you find that one?
Oh, I found it on the Creepypasta fandom Christmas section.
Ooh, okay. This one, it's not really Christmassy. Like, not
That's
really,
fine.
like,
It doesn't all have to be Christmas.
Yeah, this is from Scary Stories from Reddit.
Alright,
The title is My Son's Imaginary Friend is Dead. So, already...
that's kind of creepy.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I saw a video on YouTube. It was like this boy, he had like no friends, right? So,
Yeah.
basically, it was like... a lot of people have seen this video. He made up a quote-unquote imaginary friend, but it was really a dead girl that was trying to help him solve the case of her murder. Bro, it was like crazy, but like, but it was also wholesome at the same time. Like and at the end it said, she had a note on her hand that said, "You found me."
Dude, that's fucking creepy.
I know, bro. And it's like also like so sad to think about it.
Okay. Okay. This is a long thing, so I gotta start. Go. The smell of freshly brewed coffee was strong in the air as I descended the stairs. I stretched. What the hell is that word? Okay. When I reached the bottom, my body still trying to wake up after a long good night's sleep. Good morning, all. I announced as I made my way into the kitchen. I gave my wife Claire a quick peck as I passed by the stove. "Dad," my son squealed, hopping out of his chair and rushing over. That never got old. Luke was 4 and a firecracker. I lifted the boy off his feet and swung him around, much to the chagrin of his mother, who was trying to get him to settle down long enough to sit in his Cheerios. Noticing Claire's arid expression, I quickly dropped Luke back into his little chair to finish his breakfast. "How long did you sleep, little man?" "Fine. Reggie came to see me last night." "Ah, yes. And how is fine Reginald?" What the hell? Doing these days?
What are these words?
Dude, like, that's his name, I'm pretty sure, Reginald.
Oh. Bro, just make your nickname Reggie or something.
For real. I asked with a mock seriousness. His name is Reggie, not Reginald.
Oh.
Luke said, drawing out the last syllable as the name Reginald was an absolute absurd moniker. "Apologies. How is Reggie doing?" I responded, announcing his name. My wife shot me a dark look. What the fuck? Am I retarded? Shot me a dark look. Shit.
Oh my god.
A dark look. I knew I shouldn't encourage the new imaginary friend my son had concocted. Claire certainly did not approve, but I honestly couldn't see the harm in it. He was 4. After all, what a 4-year-old hasn't had an imaginary friend? What 4-year-old hasn't had an imaginary friend? And as we had just moved into a new place. Okay, bro. if you have an imaginary friend in a new home,
That's pretty normal.
that's a ghost, bro.
Oh, yeah. But it could also be, like, kind of innocent if you think about it. Like, new home, no friends, basically.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But, like, keep in mind he's 4, bro.
But you know what's crazy? Like, have you ever seen,
Yeah.
like, those scary images kids have drawn of their, like, imaginary friends? And it's, like, some black demon thingy?
Yeah. Dude, hopefully, like, it's not the type.
Hopefully.
Okay. So, and as we had moved just into a new home in a new village. Oh, bro, this shit's old, like, old ass, right? I think it's his way of coping with being in a strange place and settling in. The move to Castlewood was somewhat unexpected. My job had offered the chance of a transfer, along with a sizable promotion. It was too good of a deal to pass up. The drawback was, of course, that the absurd change had left a very little time for my child and wife to accumulate to our new surroundings. He's okay, Luke said. I glanced up at Luke. Just okay? That's too bad. What did good old Reggie have to say? Nothing much. Luke said, slurping milk from his spoon. Just stuff, I parroted. Yeah, he said he doesn't like you. What the heck?
What the fuck?
Okay. I feigned distress. No, Reggie, you wound me. I tickled Luke lightly with result in a round of giggles. Well, perhaps I can meet Reggie officially at your birthday party next weekend, and he will realize I'm not such a bad guy. My son laughed brightly and responded nonchalantly. That's silly, Dad. Reggie can't come. He's dead.
What?
Nah, bro. That's fucked up.
Like,
Okay.
nah, bro. If I was a dad and I heard that, hell no.
Bro, I would, oh my god, like, I would start, like, tearing of just, like, distraught. I would be, like, being shocked, bro. I heard the special,
oh, sorry.
Oh, wait, what?
Good thing the birth certificate is a receipt to return the child, so.
What the hell?
That's why they
I
give
heard
it
the
to you.
spatula of, what the hell?
No, I'm joking.
I heard the spatula of my wife was holding clattered onto the stove. We both locked eyes. I paused for a beat before responding. You say Reggie is dead? I finally asked, looking back to my son. Sure, he's been dead for a long time. My son responded before spooning another mouthful of Cheerios into his mouth. Mom, can I go play out in the garden now? I finished almost a whole bowl. Claire looked slightly distracted before she nodded slightly to Luke. Yes, but make sure to bring your bowl to the sink first. Yes, Mom, Luke shouted, already running his half-full bowl of cereal to the sink. He dashed out into the back garden without a second look back. I stared at his retreating figure. What do you think that was all about? I asked my wife. I don't know. Quite creepy, don't you think? She responded. Quite. I don't know how he could concocted such a story. To be honest, think there's something to it, bro. Of course, bro. Come on.
Yeah, obviously.
Claire's trying to. Yeah. Please don't tell me you actually believe in this nonsense. I don't know. I said with a look of contemplation. I said that there's a lot in this universe that we don't understand. Who's to say that there's not something after death?
That's true.
That is true.
No one really knows.
Yeah, unless, like, no one really knows until you're dead. Like, really, that's all you gotta say.
And you can't really, like, tell anyone because, you know, you're dead.
You're dead, yeah. So, where am I? She turned back to my eggs while she was still cooking. That's ridiculous, John. Anyway, as you said before many times, it's just a harmless imaginary friend, right? She looked back over her shoulder at me. Right, I muttered, only half listening to at this point. My mind was on other matters. Now I stared out the window, watching Luke play with in his sandbox. Maybe I should stay in Luke's room tonight. Check it out. Make sure there's not some weirdo sneaking in our son's room at night. Really, don't you think that's a little overkill? What could it hurt? It's a Friday night. Mom would be happy to keep him for a sleepover. They could binge watch Paw Patrol. What the hell? It's a village, but watching Paw Patrol. Yeah.
You know, villages they still exist. You know that, right?
For real? I would just think it would be like called like a town or something.
No, it's like in like, you know what I mean, right? Like.
No.
Oh my! You know what? Just continue with the story.
Well, let me see. Where the fuck am I at?
Oh my god.
Alright, okay. Well, they can binge watch Paw Patrol while she gorges him on popcorn and sugar cookies. And as you could get a night to relax in the tub with a glass of wine and a good book. She tried to look annoyed, but I could tell she was intrigued by the idea. That's ridiculous, you know, she says half-heartedly. Come on, you know a good soak and a night to yourself sounds pretty damn good. She rolls her eyes. I knew I'd won. Whatever, but if your mom is busy, it's off. Okay. And just as I had predicted, Mom was pleased as a punch to take Luke for the night. She picked him up early. Oh shit. Damn, bro.
What?
No, it's just like the fact that he's gonna be one just alone without his son.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she picked him up early that evening, and Claire and I enjoyed a lovely night of carry-out pizza and cheap wine. I sent her off to have her bubble bath while I watched some goofy alien show on the History Channel. By 11 o'clock, I found myself getting sleepy and ready to turn in. After changing to my PJs and brushing my teeth, I announced to my wife I was off to commune with the death in my hookiest spooky voice. She was already in bed and engrossed in a paperback. Have fun, she muttered distractedly. Blowing me a kiss, I left the warmth of our own bedroom and shuffled down the hall into Luke's room. Oh my god, bro, that's scary. God. I flipped on a overhead light and looked around. The pale blue walls sported a large clown mural which stared back at me with a large toothy grin.
Hell
I
no.
shuddered. Why?
No.
Why did my wife decide on a carnival theme for his new room? There's nothing creepier than a clown, hands down.
Dead ass.
I walked over to Luke's tiny ass bed with his striped blue comforter. My feet had hang off of the end, but I would survive. I crawled into bed and shut off the lamp that was shaped like an elephant. Darkness enveloped the room, save for a small nightlight in the corner shaped like a big top. The soft red light gave the clown a hellish glow. How had I not noticed this fucking creepy how freaking fucking creepy this room could be at night. Turning away the creepy ass clown, I lay down and try my best to slow my breathing and relax. Alright.
Bro, what the fuck? I swear I just heard a fucking footstep. What the
Bro.
No, bro, what the fuck? Just continue, bro. If I die, I die.
Me too, bro. Okay. The soft red fucking creepy this room could be at night. Turning away from the creepy ass clown, I lay down and tried my best to slow my breathing and relax. I awoke abruptly from a deep sleep to the sound of creaking. I had a moment of confusion as I tried to recognize my unfamiliar surroundings. Luke's room. I rubbed the sleep out of my eyes and looked around to locate the surface of the noise. The closet door in the far right was ajar.
No.
Hadn't it been closed when I went to sleep? Luke's tiny ass backpack swung. I keep adding the tiny ass part, like so funny. Backpack swung slightly from where it hung on the doorknob. Hello? I tentatively whispered. Is anyone there? Silence. I turned to the right and my gaze landed on the fucking clown. I really needed to talk to Clara about that. The nightlight still gave off that creepy red glow, making the room appear almost disorienting. I looked around the roof, nothing. And noting the pile of stuffed animals in the corner and the case by the door. You're not Luke. Holy shit. You're not Luke. My gaze whipped back over to the closet. The voice was so quiet I couldn't even be sure I heard it. Who's here?
Wait.
I whispered.
So it was some random fucker that was just like, you're not lucky.
Yes, bro.
Fucking weirdos.
Again, silence met my query. I rubbed my eyes. This is ridiculous. What was I even doing in here? I was working myself up over nothing. I was a grown-ass man sleeping in a tiny bed next to an arguably creepiest fucking clown in the universe. I threw the covers back and I was about to swing my legs over to the side of the bed when I heard it again. You're not Luke. I froze in place. There is no denying it this time. I heard a voice coming from the closet. Slowly, as I didn't really want to see it, I drug my gaze towards the dark closet in the corner. From the red glow of the nightlight, I saw a tiny pale face. On the top half of the face was visible large dark orbs of the eyes and a grayish white forehead and a matting of a dark hair.
Bro, that's so creepy.
The face stared at me from high up in the closet, like it was some obscenely tall child standing behind the fucking wall.
Oh,
what
hell no.
The fuck? Who are you? I stammered. The face remained still. I realized the eyes had not blinked yet. Are you Reggie? I asked. At the sound of the name, the face abruptly disappeared and I heard scrambling noise from the closet. Where is Luke? The voice was louder and coarser this time.
Bro, your voice made me laugh.
I know, bro. So funny.
Where is Luke?
Gravelly and angry from the child. He's not here, I said, glad to hear my voice steady this time. What do you want? There was a silence of several seconds. Finally, the voice spoke, softer this time. Want Luke. I was shocked into silence for a few beats. You can't have Luke. I raised my voice defensively. My room suddenly grew cold and the air crackled. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Before I could say anything in response, I spotted movement at the floor of the closet. The white face was back, and I could see it more clearly from this vantage. It was the face of a child, but corrupted. This was not a child. The skin was sickly and thin. The eyes were sunken, almost decimated.
Bro, John.
What?
Bro, I am dead ass hearing shit, bro. Like I just heard my door crack, and then I heard fucking some like some knocking type shit. Like, oh my fuck.
Bro, wake up, Roman.
Bro, I heard it fucking again, bro.
Bro, wake up, Roman, bro. Just wake him up.
Oh my god, no, he's gonna call me a fucking retard. Oh my god.
Bro, it doesn't matter, just wake him up.
Oh my fucking god. Bro, just keep
on going. You wanna stop the video?
No, just keep on going, bro. Let's get this shit over with.
Okay. Almost decimated, fuck. Dark circles surrounded the black eyes, the lips were pale and bloodless, and were curled into a sickening grin. It was the teeth that shook me the most. They were extremely small, thin, and jagged, as if the tooth had been broken intentionally to create horrific and serrated maw. The chin rested directly. What?
I said, damn.
Oh, I thought you heard another thing again, bro. Directly on the floor, on the face, looked directly at me with an anger such as I've never seen on a face of a child. It was a face of pure and utter rage. The face stared at me for a few seconds before the child creature began to move. No,
bro, he was like, "Zam it!"
Zam. With its limbs tight by its body, it slithered on its belly from the closet, and all the while whispering in an increasingly what the fuck is that word? Okay, voice. Want Luke. I backed up as far as I could until I pressed against the headboard of Luke's tiny ass bed, while the child snaked itself forward. Soon the head and shoulders were no longer visible. I soon lost sight of its pointed white feet. What the fuck? As it continued to glide lightly forward. Oh my fucking god, there's so much. The child was under the bed. I gripped the small mattress with both hands, not knowing what to do. My heart rate was off the roof, and the beds of sweat.
No shit.
Had welled up on my forehead. The mattress jolted as a creature underneath me grabbed onto the springs from below, as if it was deranged. If it was some deranged bat. The springs of a tiny mattress groaned from extra weight. Slowly I could feel the movement of the creature as it moved one hand and then the other, until I could finally see a tiny jagged fingernail appear on the side of the bed. I never understood the term. Paralyzed with fright, I always imagined the face with a raging monster of an axe murderer. I could easily find the willpower to get my ass in gear and move. But in this moment, the ability to move had absolutely abandoned me, and I was forced to watch in silent horror as a tiny, dead hand was joined by another. I shut my eyes tight together, unwillingly to have that horrible impersonation of a child burn into my retinas. And it was then that I heard, John, come back to bed. This is ridiculous." The lights clicked on, and as I finally regained the use of my muscles to turn my head and open my eyes, the visage. What the hell is that word? Okay. The sight of my wife came into view. "John, are you okay?" I stared at her for a beat before I went back around to the side of the bed where the hands had grasped the mattress only moments before. Nothing. I realized the breath I hadn't even realized I was holding. "I'm fine," I groped. "All fine." Hold on, just a moment. She looked. What the fuck, you fucking bitch? Sean, you good?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. She looked towards where I had been staring, not seeing anything. She continued. "Come back to bed. I can't sleep without you. It gives me creeps sleeping alone." She turned and left, her robe trailing behind her. I waited for a full minute, listening intently for any sound. It was all quiet. Hesitantly, I lowered one foot and the other to the floor. As I stood up, I fully expected to see a tiny ragged hand reaching from below the darkness of the bed to grasp my ankle, but none came. I couldn't bring myself to look under the bed. The possibility of coming face to face with that hideous mockery of a child made me feel sick. Instead, I turned around, walked out the room, and shut the door behind me. Back in my own room, with my wife sleeping peacefully beside me, I laid awake for hours. Bro, I'm fucking scared now.
I would not sleep that night.
Yeah, unable to get my face of that child from my mind, unable to sleep with the fear. I would awake with those small, cold hands wrapping around my throat, and that snake-like voice whispering in the darkness. I must have drifted off, because the next thing I knew, it was morning. Sunlight shone through the partially open blinds, and birds chirped annoyingly outside the second-floor window. I rubbed the sleep from my eyes as I contemplated the prior evening. I couldn't let Luke stay in that room again, not with that thing in there. No, I had to do something.
Yeah,
I had to protect
you're
myself.
moving that out immediately.
Hell yes, bro. I grabbed my laptop where it was lay where it lay gathering dust under my nightshed. The damn thing like took what felt like hours to load. When I was finally able to get the dinosaur up and running, I loaded up my web browser and began my research. How to get rid of ghosts.
Oh
The
my
cursor
gosh.
blinked rapidly as if it was mocking me. I quickly backspaced and typed DIY exorcism. Okay, that was worse. Cleansing spirits from your house. That was better. I hit enter. The results were mixed, as was to be expected. But I finally found a few websites that gave me a few information I needed. A few hours later, I had a plan, and I had a name. Reginald Ward. That the little shit was named Reginald after all. It appears that unbeknownst to me or my wife, our home had been the scene of a tragic death of an 8-year-old boy in 1907. Reginald Ward, according to what I found online, had passed away from the consumption or tuberculosis as it's more commonly referred to these days. As distressed as I was to learn that our new home was the scene of a horrific death of a child, I was even more distressed that the child was still in residence. I shuddered to think about what had befallen that child over the past decades to turn into this thing. My wife
Yeah,
poked
that's
her
fucking
head.
scary.
Yeah. Oh, bro, imagine like you move into a house, right? You search the backstory of it, and it's just like 5 kids are dead. Just,
Like, damn.
that'd be fucked up. You know what I'm scared about, Rashawn?
Yeah.
Like, you know how you have your camera, right?
Yeah.
Imagine we're watching the video and like you could see in the background like there's someone behind you, but you never saw.
There's no way nothing could be behind me, bro. Like, like, you see how close I am to my background?
Bro, that would be hella creepy if it was just moving in your background.
Dead ass. Is the story over?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Wait, let me see how long it is. Oh my god, I still got a lot.
How much paragraphs?
Like a few minutes. Yeah, no, just a few more.
Okay. Well, just read them, I guess.
Yeah. Oh wait, my wife poked her head in the doorway, startling me out of my thoughts. What are you doing? You've been in here all morning. Nothing. I hedged, slowly closing the laptop screen so as it was not to make her suspicious. Just looking at stuff online. Okay. She drew out the word while giving me an odd look. Yep, she was definitely suspicious. I had to think quickly. Hey, have you seemed really stressed lately? What if I had my mom keep aloof for another few hours and you had a spa day? Her brows perked up. Seriously? I thought you said that spa days were the most useless way to spend your money. My smile was tight. It was true. I thought it was an entire waste of money. You literally got nothing out of it, but I had to get her out of the house somehow. She couldn't be here when I was performing the cleansing. Nonsense. You deserve it. Go ahead and give them a call as you set it up. She couldn't help the grin that spread across her face. You don't have to twist my arm, she yelled as she turned and scurried downstairs to make a call. I stopped myself from mentally tallying and how much this little outing would cost me and focused my attention back on the task at hand. I felt like I had a pretty good idea of how to get rid of Reggie. From what I read online, it was better to do the cleansing at night. Come on, bro. But I didn't have that sort of time. I had to deal with this now, and I made a quick call to my mom to see if she could drop off Luke until the evening. After coordinating the time that she would drop him off, I quickly dressed and hurried downstairs. Babe, I have a few errands to run. I'll be back in a bit. Okay. I'm headed to the spa in half an hour. They had a cancellation for a deluxe pack at the last minute. Isn't that great? I mentally groaned, but past a smile on my tense face. That's great, honey. Have fun. I grabbed my keys and hurried out my car. 45 minutes later, I walked back into my house carrying assorted purchases. Claire's car was gone, so I didn't bother calling out for her. I was alone. Well, not alone exactly. I carried my purchases upstairs and opened the door to Luke's room. The red curtains were drawn, and the room seemed just as creepy as the night before. The day had turned rainy and dreary, so what little light came through the curtains gave the room the same dim glow as the previous night. I shuddered, shutting the door. I emptied the bag of items on the floor. I paused to take stock of my haul. A small wrapped bottle of sticks I was told was called a sage smudging wand, an abalone shell, a large feather, a container of coarse salt, and a Bible. I pulled up my phone and found the article I had been referencing earlier. I quickly reread the instructions through just to be sure I had everything correct. Look. I first grabbed the salt and sprinkled a line across the bedroom door. This was supposed to prevent the spirit from going to another part of the house during the cleansing. I didn't know if this would do shit. No, I didn't know if this would do shit, but I wouldn't. You heard how I said shit. Yeah. But I wasn't taking any chances. Next, I placed the abalone shell on the top of the Bible. The Bible wasn't specifically in the instructions, but figured it certainly couldn't hurt. Again, I was taking no chances. I walked over to the window and pulled back the red curtain. The rain was coming down now. I opened the window slightly. The purpose of this is I had learned during my hurried research was to give the spirit a pathway to leave the house. I didn't want rain to get all over to my son's bedroom floor, so I opened a smidge. I opened it only a smidge. That should be enough. I pulled out a small lighter from the pocket and flicked it on. The small flame wavered in the semi-darkness of the small room. I picked up the smudge wand and lit the end. Red embers glowed as the stick caught fire. I quickly blew the open flame out, but the end of the smudge wand continued to slowly smolder, the red embers causing a fragrant, earthly smoke to emit from the end. I quickly dropped the smoldering stick into the abalone shell and picked it up, along with the Bible, with my other hand. I grabbed the large feather. I was ready. Oh, shit. Okay. I began to circle the room with each step. I would use the feather to waft the smoke, blanketing the room in the thick, earthy smell. I continued to circle the room twice more, keeping silent as I wafted the smoke, fermenting the room. After 3 rounds, I spoke. Reggie Ward, I command you to, in the name of God, to leave this place. You are not welcome here, and you must leave. I paused momentarily in my path. Nothing happened. I continued again. Reggie Ward, I command you to, in the name of God, to leave this place. You are not here. You are not welcome here, and you must leave. Still nothing. I started walking again. Reggie, in the name of God, I command you to leave. At first, I thought there had been no change. Slowly, I began to realize that there had, in fact, been a shift. I could no longer hear the rain. It was a thick layer of cotton that had encased the room. The air was heavy and dense. I almost had the feeling of being underwater. I could hear my heartbeat increase. Reggie, in the name of God, I command you to leave. On the word leave, I heard a thump from the closet. I paused in my pacing and stared over at a closet. The door was slightly ajar. The thick darkness enveloped the inside of the small closet. Without removing my eyes from the door, I started again. Reggie, I command you to leave. I command you in the name of God to leave this place. Another thump, and then so low I could barely hear it, a hissing sound, not unlike breath whistling from between clenched teeth. A deep, long scratching shortly joined the hissing. Reggie, I command you in the name of God to leave. You are not welcome here. The hissing became louder, and from the depths of the dark closet, a small moaning voice. What the hell? Don't! The word was dragged out, and the hissing rasped. Reggie, you must leave now. I yelled towards the closet. Don't!
What the fuck, bro? What is that voice?
Breathy rasp was louder this time. from the darkness of the closet. Those two horrible small gray hands emerged and grasped onto the door frame. John, the sound of my name in the side. What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
I just heard like a kid like scream, bro.
What the fuck? What the shit?
I heard it again.
Bro, should we end the video?
No, I'm good. It's good. I think it's just from the outside.
Okay, I guess.
What the hell? Okay. Rashawn, if you could hear that, like, if you're in the video right now, enhance my audio so maybe you could hear it.
Okay.
It might be in my head. John, the sound of my name, sibilant tongue, literally made my skin crawl. What the fuck? Can I not read? John, don't. I did not comply. Reggie Ward, in the name of God, I command you to flee this house. The top of the small gray face joined the hands. The dark hand had a wary look. Let's see. Okay, I'm almost done. It's almost done. Okay. A wary look. Where the fuck did I almost felt sorry for the creature, but I did not. Quieter this time. Again, smoke. Reggie, you must leave. Wisp of the smoke began to emerge from the small hands, as if there was some great eternal flame churning just beneath the skin. The entity did not appear to be able to speak any longer. Shrill hiss filled the air. I watched what the fuck is that word? As the hands fell abruptly on the ground, I see the sharp nails gouging crescents into the wood floor. In the light of the storm, at a weakened state, the creature was pitiful. Gray mottled skin rippled in as the smoke drifted away casually from the surface, and then its large black eyes staring at me in its supplication. With a great effort, it spoke. Don't. I did not have the chance to respond. The smoke enveloped the creature. It swept silently through the open window. I stood still for several seconds before my knees finally gave out. I had not even realized the toll of process had taken me until this very moment. I wiped a thin layer of what the fuck is that? From my brow as I looked towards the empty closet. It was over. Later that evening, my wife and I sat on the couch and nursing white wine. I had not said much after she got home. Relaxed and zen out after a day of pampering. Had not pressed. Let's see. I had not fully processed all that happened within the last 24 hours. I wasn't sure I would be ever process it. What the hell is that? Process it. Fuck, am I retarded? But to know my son was now safe and soulless enough for me, I took a large swig of the sweet wine and leaned back in the soft sofa. The doorbell rang and I could even set down my glass. The hurried footfalls of my run rushing through the front hallway reached my ears. Dad, Mom! Luke rushed into the living room and launched himself at us, chuckling. We hugged the rambunctious boy as he told us about all his great adventures at Grandma's. He was talking so fast I could only make out every third word. From what I could tell, they had a boatload of fun, making cookies, playing games, and eating lots of junk food. And, let's see. I know, the strangest thing, I was talking to Claire. The strangest thing, though, my mother continued without acknowledging my statement. When I asked him about Reggie, he said he was dead, my mother said. What the hell? I know, I said Claire. Rather creepy, isn't it? Yes, my mother agreed. I thought so as well. But he said that he was his friend and that Reggie protected him with the others. My gaze shot to my mom. What did you say? Yeah, it kind of creeped me out too. He said that the others were lived in the attic, were mean and tried to come down and hurt Luke. He said that Reggie wouldn't let them, and he protected them and kept them safe.
Oh shit.
When I tried to press him on it, he clamped up. A cold chill swept over my body. The others. Suddenly, the rasping voice of Reggie came back to me. Want Luke. It was as if floodgates opened in a moment. I fully understood. Reggie didn't want Luke. He was trying to tell me that they want Luke. The others wanted Luke. Reggie had been trying to lure me.
My.
He tried to scare me into leaving. He had tried to help me protect my son. I quickly set down my wine glass and snatched the blanket off my leg before I could fully stand up. The sound of my son's scream met my ears. The end.
What the
Bro, Reggie. What the fuck? You bum ass bitch.
Oh my
At least he saved one. At least he tried to save one.
I think.
Bro, honestly, that was fucking creepy. Just like a creepy ass experience.
Random ass noise.
Heard like random ass shit.
But I think that was a great end to the podcast.
Dude, check out Rogue Energy.
Yeah, make sure to check out Rogue Energy. They have great drinks. They have shaker cups, tubs, and they've got tons of stuff. And they even send you discount codes when you order from them. So make sure to go check it out. Link in the description. Use our code SCKast for 10% off your entire purchase. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, we're rushing this end right now because we're kind of scared and like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Bro, this was the creepiest podcast.
It's 2:50. We started at 1 o'clock.
We've been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, just leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Check out rogueenergy.com and use our discount code for 10% off your entire purchase. And yeah, we will see you in the next one.
Put on notifications. We won't be maybe we're gonna be posting like regularly sometimes, and then sometimes once we start having school, we're probably gonna like. It's gonna take us a while. Not gonna lie.
So yeah, we'll see you guys.
Right,
We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace out, guys.